Hello, hello. Decided to get rid of the robot voice. It seems kind of out of touch these days. Alright. Hopefully my link got posted. Oh. There's someone for that to do with it. Just enjoy the music while I read this out.
Cardio burns fat, right? No. Cardio actually burns calories, usually in the form of carbs in the bloodstream that are then replaced with the very next meal that you eat and stored as more fat. This is why when you even eat low-calorie food...
Some of these ads are a little humorous. But I guess that's the point, right? It's like, well, all publicity is good publicity. So, yeah, that's what you want. Alright, as usual, it's pretty low key the link, but so you might miss it, but I think we're gonna be fine. But yeah, here we are again. Talking about the franchise. What little there is to talk about it, right? And how many things can you say about it before going to the comic books, which people have mixed opinions on. Personally, I would prefer it to be 50-50, or even in a perfect world, it'd be 70 games, 30 comics. But sometimes it feels like it's 99% comics in terms of discussion. So, that's sometimes a little annoying. But, it's fine. I guess you can't really blame people because there really is nothing to talk about in terms of a new game. So, I mean, maybe that's probably, hopefully, it's October, so hopefully that's going to change in the next 2 months when it comes to 2021. It's the 30th now, just before Halloween, actually. And speaking of Halloween, tomorrow, Halloween, we're going to have a spectacular special. So hopefully we read our favorite creepypastas, both good and bad. Hopefully related to the franchise. If not, that's fine. Also, they don't necessarily have to be horror or scary, but that's preferable. I myself am saving a few. The most the most preferred would be if someone wrote a horror story, a scary story for the thing, which I'm not sure people aren't required to do that, but that would be pretty spectacular. It would fit the spectacular name if someone actually did that. Yeah. The channel is going off as usual. Oh, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm alright. How are you doing?
Good. You're a little low. Can you turn your microphone a little bit?
Uh, is this better?
A little bit. I think we can deal with this. Um,
Here, let me see what I can do.
yeah, if you can go a little higher, that'd be great. Oh, you gotta work it.
Maybe?
Oh yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Now we're business. So how are you?
I'm alright.
Good, good.
I'm just observing the little Shadow, John, Zavik, Eggman skirmish going on.
Yeah. It's always a little slightly interesting to look at it. Although, yeah. It can, excuse me, it can get a little tiresome sometimes, but, you know, it's fun when it's fun, right?
Yeah.
Tomorrow is Halloween.
Yeah. There's was that you posting that there's going to be some, I guess,
Oh, I asked people to
imposter
post for
readings?
me. I'm still banned, but I got a
Oh,
couple people to ask to post for me. And basically, the plan is that tomorrow will be the spooktacular event or episode. So
right.
the idea is that we're all gonna bring in like stories. I mean, you don't have to, but like it'd be cool if we brought in a story that either you found, you created, or you're making up on the spot, I guess. And I mean, the preferable option would be that they're like spooky or scary or laughably scary, right? But I mean, it's fine. I mean, I know Movie Spring is bringing in like something that isn't necessarily scary, but it's meant to be a little thing of the occasion, you know.
Right. I don't know if I'll be able to make it just because I'll be probably waking up around the same time that will be starting. So
Oh, I see.
if I
So
do join in, I might be a bit late.
yeah, uh, I'm assuming this is actually not that late if you're waking up at 5. PST, 5 p.m. PST. That would make this. Hold on. Oh, no, never mind. I'm not gonna try to figure it out. Yeah, I mean, it is fine if you don't. We'll see how it goes. Usually, I don't know, there's not a lot of usuality with this thing, but usually, quote unquote, it's the celebration episodes are a little livelier. Hope you'll bring in something.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're still doing that. I'm still surprised you're actually compiling all the notes of the episodes.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm not doing it as detailed as I was before, just because.
Yeah, I feel like you're wasting your time.
Well, I mean, going with the full in-depth notes is a lot more helpful for the episodes that are like the ones where it has quite a bit of controversy in them. Cause
oh yeah, with like quote unquote interview episodes, where it's like with AWF and it's talking about like child beating allegations and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that specifically, I don't know if it's.
Hello, Sinatra.
I don't know if stuff like that specifically is worth putting in, but I mean, we can talk more about that later because there's some questions that I had for you about that, anyways.
Oh yeah, I mean we can ask now. It's up to you, I guess. Oh, you want to like talk in private? You mean?
Yeah, just because.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. No worries.
Maybe not go full detail right now about it.
I mean,
and plus,
yeah,
I don't want to leave out Sonado here.
Yeah, he's here. He's just vibing. I mean, so now though, bro, have you heard the news? Tomorrow's the Spooktacular. Aren't you excited?
Yeah. Skeleton Day. Ghost Day.
Yes. You still trick or treat?
No.
No.
You won't get me with that. I'm not underage.
Yeah. I still try to participate a little bit. It's like last minute I just got like a t-shirt. I like ripped open the top and sewed it together. Then put holes through it and I'm a ghost.
I've always wanted to do that. Just like take a bed sheet and just like take a pair of scissors, cut a bunch of holes in it, and just run around like that.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I only did the head, and then I wore like a flannel jacket.
Just Jim Carrey Eggman last year, I remember, and like just hung out in my house, just for fun.
Oh, you didn't go out with it?
No, I just sort of gave out candy and stuff.
Oh, did you try to do a voice or anything?
Not really. I just dressed up. I
Oh,
made like a fake mustache and everything.
Yeah. It sounds
Like a
Yeah. Did you shave your head bald or?
no, 'cause that's why I was being Jim Carrey Eggman specifically because he still has hair.
I was thinking of him at the end of the movie because he said mustache. But I guess when he's on Earth, he still has a mustache, right? He has the like Western villain kind of mustache. Yeah. But I meant Spooktacular in terms of the podcast thing.
Oh, you mean where that post where it said reading creepypastas?
Yeah. I asked if he'd be able to post it for me because I'm still a fan, but trying to do like a little thing where we're reading spooky stories on Skeleton Day tomorrow.
Sounds cool.
Hopefully Sonic related, but if it's not, then it's fine. And even better would be if someone like brought something original in. But I'm not expecting too much of that.
What if someone just brings in the rape fic?
I mean, it's content, right? To be fair,
We should.
Go ahead.
You know that one post Sonic EXE's creator made when his fan. His creepy pasta. It's not. I mean, it's still pretty much a fanfic, but because it's not scary. When it got erased off the wiki, he made this super dramatic post. It's funny.
Yeah, that should definitely go. I'll add it to my list. I was thinking one funny one would be, although it's not Sonic related at all, would be like Ronald McDonald at McDonald's.
The McDonald's building?
Yeah, the McDonald's building.
Yeah, that one's funny.
Has like a 2-sentence long headline for a news article. And then my other one would be the Tails doll fanfic. Like the original, I don't know if it's original, but the Tails doll creepypasta.
Was there a creepypasta?
I've never like listened to.
Because I just thought it was just a.
Yeah, I thought so too, but I remember listening to like a specific fanfic that was supposed to be like someone's experience with Tails doll, and I remember something vaguely about like coming out of the Saturn, right? And then he like shot it with a gun or something, and he was like 12 years old. So, pretty high quality stuff. I think I'm not in our tastes. But if push comes to shove, it might be interesting just to read like some, like I don't know, like ironic, scary stories maybe. I don't know.
That could be fun.
Yeah. The really ballsy move would be to everyone has to bring in a costume and turn on the web cameras.
No.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone would really be on board for that.
Okay. I think you're right. No one would ever do that, but it would be interesting. I mean, to be fair, like half of the people here have or half of the name tags, they have their faces known, so it wouldn't be too much of a loss. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, how do you do this now, Pro? I haven't asked.
Ben, I've been doing well. I said I was playing through the Crash games, just beat Titans.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good game.
But like I said, I only ever played the Twin Sandy game. But
You should try more of them. They're good.
yeah. What's the best way to play them? Like on emulator? Or?
I think, honestly, the Insane Trilogy, like HD version, aren't. The physics are messed up. Kind of. So I recommend just playing it on a PS1 emulator.
Okay, like what's it called? PSN Next or something like that.
EPSXE is the one I use.
Oh. Yeah, there's a lot of old PS1, or no, actually I was talking about PS2 emulator. There's a lot of
PCSX2 is the PS2 emulator.
Yeah. There's a lot of PS1 and PS2 games that, like, you're supposed to play once in your lifetime, but I haven't got around to like Silent Hill or Shadow of the Colossus, you know?
Yeah.
But you know, it's such a hassle getting them on emulator that it might not even be worth it.
Yeah, it's not that much of a hassle, really.
I guess, but it's like I don't want to pay for a minute, so getting going at the time. So, are you playing through it right now? You keep on muting your microphone, so I'm like wondering.
Huh?
Are you playing through it right now?
No, I just finished it a while ago.
Oh, I see. How do you like it?
I think it's good, but it's kind of gets it's weird because it's repetitive at the beginning, but it gets less repetitive as you go on, if that makes sense. Because you unlock more and more like moves as you go, and also the Titans movesets get more complex. Because it's like a beat 'em up game, and you can possess Titans and use their moves, and they all have their own movesets.
Yeah. Do you play any other? Are you planning, or have you? What kind of games do you play other than like the 3D platformers like Crash and I guess you consider Sonic one of those?
Yeah, honestly, not that much really off the top of my head, but I'm tired right now, so
Oh yeah, no worries.
I just
Hmm. I was actually playing recently, just before this actually, Open TDT or T Open TTD. It's pretty fun. Do you guys play it?
What's TTD?
It's like I forgot what it stands.
never heard of it.
I forgot what it stands for. It's free, but it's like you have a company and it's an isometric view and you build trains and bus routes and airports and you make money.
Oh, it's like a city sim game.
Sort of, but it's entirely focused on making money and using trains and bus routes and delivering and like making mail routes and all this stuff. It's like it's it's a tycoon game, right? Meant to like conquer.
Yeah. It focuses on transit.
Yeah. So a big monopoly.
So you like?
Go ahead.
Do you like sim games?
Sim games?
I was saying, do you like? Yeah,
Like sim as
like
in
simulation games like that.
sim. Um, I wouldn't say like I don't know. It's kind of I like I like games that like what you consider military simulations, like Arma. I mean I don't know. Arma's not really military simulation. I guess Ghost Recon would be 2001 is pretty good, but in general, no. What about you like? I guess you don't play any other games like that.
Well, I do like Roller Coaster Tycoon. That game's fun.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Never actually played it, but it looks fun. What have you got you, Shadow? What's your thing?
I got a lot of things. Management games are pretty fun. I haven't played a whole lot of them. I'm pretty unfamiliar. The closest thing I've probably come to something like Roller Coaster Tycoon is, unfortunately, Thrillville. And then The Sims 3, I also have that, and then I can't even think of any other simulator type games specifically that I usually play.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of the times simulators kind of like get crossed with like there's a like a gray line between simulator and sandbox in my opinion because taking Arma for example, it really isn't like a simulator game, like a mill sim game. It's more of just like a sandbox with like really complicated keyboard combinations. Yeah.
I suppose you can look at it that way. I mean, that's how the gameplay is like when you're actually like trying to actually handle the game. But as for when you're actually playing it, like when you go into a specific server or something and you want to set up a scenario, then depending on like what like a game master or whatever, depending on the type of server you're in wants to do, it can come pretty close to that kind of feeling.
Yeah, I guess. It's just kind of hard to call like on a simulator when it's like you have games like DCS World, which are basically, you know what DCS World is?
Oh.
Well, basically it's free on Steam, but to get like it has no vehicles in it. So to actually get the vehicles, they're like $160 because the vehicles are completely accurate to life. So basically, you can't use them unless you're an actual pilot, an actual simulator that the military uses. I don't even want to get close to it because it's too much. Because at that point, you're kind of like, if you spend enough time to learn DCS World like planes, then you're kind of just like, at that point, why don't you just become a real pilot?
Yeah, this kind of stuff specifically is like, I mean, yeah, relative to Arma, that's definitely just like a video game. This is like an actual, like, full-on tool.
Yeah, I mean, Arma is a consumer version of the actual, the actual thing that the army uses or the military uses, but I don't know how similar those are. You know,
Yeah.
but I don't know. It's just like I guess you could call Arma a simulator. It's just yeah, you don't have to use such like comparative, um, but
There's definitely like an area in between where it's like how much of the experience is like traded out for like entertainment value, I suppose. Because with something like a um, Microsoft Flight Simulator or whatever, um, I can't remember exactly what that game is called. I think that's what it is.
yeah, I think you got it right.
Yeah.
You just like get in multiplayer and you fly around. You can talk in a voice chat. I don't know if it has a built-in one. I know that there's like servers that have a TeamSpeak set up for that. But you just go around and you can fly with your friends and have a good time. But yeah, something like this, it's more like actually focusing on uh, the true realism as opposed to just being able to push a couple keys and then you're in the air.
Yeah, it's I like I don't know. I think it strikes me as a weird feeling, to be 100% honest with you. Like a lot of middle sim games and the people that follow them. I don't have no hate for anyone, but it's like some people get really into this, and at that point, it kind of makes you wonder why they're just doing it for real, especially when you get to the DCS stuff. I mean, like, because I'm not exaggerating when I say that you actually, if you knew how to fly on planes in the game, you could fly in real life. I mean, is that?
Maybe
Go ahead.
like there's other things like that could be in their way that could stop them from being able to do it.
I guess they could be colorblind, but it's probably pretty fair. But I don't know. I feel like it kind of reminds you of the whole like people who really take like airsoft seriously. Just like, come on, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm being a screwed with duck, but
No, you definitely gotta be able to have some fun with it. Like I know there's one guy on YouTube who I watch. His name is Air Force Proud 95, I believe, and he's actually like a real pilot, but he plays the more casual flight games as opposed to um, something like DCS World, because I mean he has a passion for flying, but at the same time I can't imagine that he wants to like literally feel like he's in the cockpit and he actually wants to just have some fun with it.
yeah.
But yeah, going and doing something like treating airsoft like this super serious thing is definitely more so like an army brat deal.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, there's the things like I think it's edit where it's like in every airsoft lives the soul of the soldier. I mean, like I don't know. I guess it's fine to just let people do what they want to do and have their fun how they want to have it. Even
Yeah.
if it feels kind of weird how they're like one of the things that really got me that really confuses me about airsoft is that it's all like replicating like I feel like it since like they always base the weapons off of real guns and all that stuff, and I feel like at that point, why don't you just make like special like super airsoft gun that's like really utilitarian. I've never seen that. I fluffy.
Well, what do you mean by that? Going all out on their airsoft gun, like
Well,
getting a bunch of attachments and all that?
no, I mean like if you're gonna like do the airsoft thing, why don't you just get like specialized thing for it? Why do you have to t- um uh, imitate like an actual gun? Like if you had why would you have a magazine if it's these tiny pellets, right? Why would you
Oh
have
well, I
a
mean, normally for stuff like that, it's because of they actually do set rules and restrictions when you actually go
oh
into
really?
airsoft games. Oh yeah, absolutely. There's some pretty strict rules. They'll just like uh, kick you out and bar you if you like uh, even do stuff so much as like shoot someone after they're already out.
Really? I mean, what's the is there like an actual reason for that, or is it just because they don't want you to be mean? Like, is there like
Yeah, they want it to be a fair and civil thing because they're. I mean, you can go on YouTube and look up uh, plenty of compilations that people put together about it, but uh, I mean, people do take airsoft uh, seriously more than they should, and it can lead to some pretty heated stuff if they don't treat it very civilly.
Yeah. The only the only airsoft video I've known from YouTube is the one where the guy's like standing there and he's like a GoPro on his head, and then like out of nowhere he like completely unloads his gun on this kid that's just standing in front of it.
Yeah, yeah, that's
I mean, like,
that's a classic one.
and he's like, I mean, this isn't funny because the kid actually got like I guess hurt because he was like really upset about it, but I mean, like he just really did that, and then just kind of stood there while people yelled at him.
Yeah.
Kind of curious what the context was.
Oh, the whole context of that video, because that's one of the most famous clips in reference to airsoft. What happened is that that kid, he took one of the dude's patches who I guess his deceased grandmother had given to him, and the kid had burned it. So the dude wanted payback and did that.
I mean, like,
That is the real story behind that. It's extremely petty.
yeah, I feel like he should kind of quit, right? I think you have to. I mean, I guess if he was gonna do what he did, I guess he did it in the best possible way, right? I mean, but I mean, he obviously shouldn't have done it. But like, if he was gonna do it, he did it like a champ, I guess.
Yeah, did it
He
on
just kind of did
video
it.
in the middle of a crowd.
Yeah. He didn't like,
I guess that's one way to go about it, to make a point.
you know. But either way, touch.
You see, me myself, I take Sonic the Hedgehog very seriously. One day I want to be just like him.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna become Sonic the Hedgehog.
You take track.
Yes.
I didn't, but I can run very fast. I guarantee you.
Did you get the soap suit?
No, I can't afford them, but I intend to make my own the next time I do arts and crafts.
Have you seen Soap or Die documentary?
No.
It's because you know soaping, right? You slide on your shoes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's this guy named like Ryan something, and I think he was the guy that Sega based all the animations off for the soaping, right? For the slip riding on rails. But basically, after soap went under, everyone that's soaped it, like grinded on rails on the feet, like disappeared. So this guy Ryan, he's like the last soaper, and that's the setup for the documentary. He's the only one left. So basically, it's just like a small segment of his life, but it's pretty funny because it's just like the editing is pretty well done. Like he'll be standing in like he's like doing a pose, right, and the camera's panning around him, and then everyone's laughing as they walk by. But
that sounds really sad, actually.
I mean, he's a pretty interesting guy. Like he goes into about the story about he burned off one of his tattoos that had that was the soap logo, and with like a spoon on the fire. I recommend you see it. I'll probably link it. But yeah, it's just really good documentary.
This 20-minute movie on YouTube.
Oh yeah, that's the one. I'd recommend it if you have 20 minutes to spare. Pretty humorous parts. Oh, there you go. You did funny.
Yeah, I wonder what it's like to be into something like this, and then it's just like
It's just
the
you.
entire movement just like leaves the company behind it in the first place, just like totally leaves you behind. Like, what
Yeah.
if like skating goes out like this one day?
I sometimes feel like Sonic will go that way.
If it isn't already.
You're implying he
I mean,
Yeah, I guess not right now, but you know, it's a long, painful death.
maybe. I mean, I don't think we're as bad as Soapin is. Because it pretty much is just this guy. I think you'd be very hard pressed to find anyone else. Um, it sucks though because when you see all the soaping stuff, it kind of reminds me of of the early '90s video of early skateboarding, right? And how kind of basic it was, and it kind of gets you thinking what if soaping was successful? Maybe the soaping version of the Ollie never invented, but in some other timeline it was, and it's really took off or something like that, you know?
If soaping only increased in popularity, then I can't imagine that would probably also contribute to parkour, and I would love to see the timeline that looks like.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I don't think
Do you think Sonic would keep the soap shoes after SA2?
Definitely.
he still soaps. He still soaps, but he just doesn't have the shoes. Still grinds on the road.
Yeah, he grinds on rails with these flat-footed shoes.
Yeah. I mean, and to be fair, I don't think Soapin was ever gonna take off. Simply because I think it's too scary for most people.
You don't think we're going to have entire transit systems that are just designed for people
And also, it's
with
kind of
soap
like a
shoes?
little more.
You know, a little more what? You cut out. I don't know if you're saying anything right now, but soaping is different from skateboarding, where I think everyone in this call can probably skateboard, just even just going down the hill. And you can.
So it's a little more kind of situational because you need to be on a rail, or with skating, you can just skate
definitely
on the ground.
But I think you're right there. But what's contributing to that is that
What?
what's contributing to that, you're right. And what's contributing to that is that with skateboarding, everyone can pretty much do it and have some mild success, right? Everyone can push the board. And then everyone can just do an ollie, and then everyone can do a kickflip. Well, that's not the exact progression, but
Yeah.
and people can edge into it, right? And then they grind on rails. But with soaping, it's very much like the title of the documentary. It's soap or die. You have to jump on the rail, and then if you screw up, you're gonna fall down the big set of stairs. So it's it's a very high skill floor.
The missile knows where it is at all times. It knows this because
That's
it
just
knows
my
where
opinion.
it isn't. By subtracting where it is from where it isn't, or where it is.
No, I mean, you're definitely right, because, I mean, people who actually skateboard do the same exact things.
Yeah.
It's just without the board.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I'm saying is that with skateboarding, you can everyone there's levels of skateboarding, right? But with soaping, it's just the one thing, and it's really
Oh, you mean they go from
they go from
no
0 to 100.
experience to having to go to the top level, basically.
Yeah, I mean it's what if the first time you got a skateboard, you're you can't use it for anything else, but you can only drop them for Like, I don't think you would ever use the skateboard because you'd just simply be too scared to do it.
That's true.
And that's pretty much what's going on. What was going on with soaping is like, unless you like had a very particular set of skills, like rollerblading or ice skating, you really weren't comfortable with them. You're just like, yeah. It's hard.
Someone made Chris Vok.
What's happening?
Someone in the thread made Chris Vok.
Chris.
Do you guys have any plans for Halloween?
Other than the Spooktacular episode, I don't think so.
I'm going to run around with a gun and chase kids.
I see.
Well, we're doing that thing tomorrow where we read the creepypastas on the podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I meant by Spooktacular.
What do you have lined up?
It's a surprise. Everyone's supposed to come in with their own thing.
I won't be there. You could tell me. Okay, never mind.
Well, I don't
You're
know.
good.
Like, that's a surprise. I don't know.
It's a potluck. Everyone needs to
Yeah,
bring in their
pretty
share.
much. Hopefully someone will write something. If not, it's fine.
Just read like Sonic.exe.
Pretty much. We were talking about the McDonald's building, but... And if push comes to shove, we can actually read some good, like, actual horror stories or something like that.
Have you ever read the sequel?
No, I don't think so.
It's mine.
Is your what?
I think he might be doing.
Wait, is my mic working fine?
Yeah, sometimes we can kind of like stop talking inexplicably sometimes.
Is my mic working?
Yes.
I was going to ask because
Because what? You cut out there.
okay. But anyway, I was saying the Sonic EXE sequel is like bad and long, and it's like makes the first one. It makes the first one look competent.
Hmm. He's written by the same guy?
Like,
you don't think...
basically the plot is there's this detective guy, and he's like researching these people who are getting killed by Sonic EXE, and then at the end it's revealed they like go to another dimension where they get turned into Sonic characters.
Hmm.
And the detective guy turns into Vector because he's a
Damn.
detective.
I'm kind
And
of
then he
jealous.
dies.
How did I
That's
know
the
you were
ending.
gonna say that?
I'm
He gets
so
turned into
jealous.
Vector and then dies.
And then dies. Who would you turn into?
And like there's like a Sonic cult.
Oh shit. I think I'm there already. Who would you turn into? Do you have to turn into a previous Sonic character?
Are you asking like just in general?
Yeah.
What Sonic character would you turn into, Sonado?
I think it was like in the story you had to like turn into your favorite specifically.
Fuck. Bad news for
Favorite?
me.
What's your favorite?
Probably
Mine's
Silver,
Shadow.
I think maybe.
What's that? Yours is Shadow. What's the other one?
Silver?
Silver?
Is that what you said?
What about Podcastamon?
Uh,
Oh, there was a Shadow in the story.
Ah, I couldn't be Shadow then.
In the story, there was a guy who turned into Shadow.
hmm.
Wait,
he's fucking
I think
lucky
my
as
mic is
fuck.
like
Yeah, it's
delayed.
chopping it out.
Yeah, it's like going in and out.
I would go for probably be a split between like Silver and Metal Sonic. But I guess since it's an opera Sonic or Silver.
Give me a sec. Maybe if I leave and come back, it will.
Sure, yeah.
I would love to be like Rouge, just for one day.
Just for one day.
And
Is
then
Rouge
they can
your
like
favorite?
kill me, I guess. Rouge is my favorite female character.
Your favorite female character?
Yeah, I don't want to turn into a boy.
Ouch.
That seems a little bit sexist.
Yeah. Why would I want to be a boy? I don't have any good reason.
Well, I mean, I'm asking what your favorite character is, but you're saying, well, I don't want to be a boy, so I'm gonna be my favorite female character.
When I
You
go
go
into
basis
Sonic.exe and Sonic is like, has blood in his eyes and it's like, I'm God or whatever, and I have to go become a Sonic character and then die afterwards, I'd like to be Rouge.
You want to die with some dignity, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, but
And
then
see
you
what's
couldn't go
under the
super.
hood.
If you're Rouge, you can't go super because only the male hedgehogs can.
Good, I'm lazy anyway.
You know what? I'm okay with you being Rouge now, because that's fine. You'll
You
be
can be
dying as
Shadow
Rouge.
too.
That's so rude. Well, you'll die too.
I will
You know?
die.
Good.
I was Shadow though. I was born to fucking die.
Born to die, forced to live.
What happens to Metal Sonic? I don't remember. Or does nothing happen to him?
Metal Sonic already died.
Oh, really?
It's normal Sonic who Eggman roboticized into Metal Sonic. Isn't that the theory?
Hmm. So I died even before the story started.
Yeah.
What about
You're like a
Sucks
robot
to
zombie.
be you, buddy.
Or maybe it's good to be me, Don't you guys get impaled and stuff?
And, I forget. I just remember it's kind of silly.
I am gone. What about Silver? Does anything happen to him? Or is he not in the
He
story?
just goes back to the future where everything's fucked up again.
He just bends a couple spoons and he's gone.
Yeah. Look,
So-
Silver's back.
Oh man. I'm gonna start
Silver,
with
how's the future?
Did we do it? Did we fix it?
everything is the
I think
same.
so.
Oh,
Is it working?
I think so, yeah.
Seemingly.
So far, so good.
Say the
Quick,
exact times.
who's your second favorite Sonic character?
Amy.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Silver. Second Metal.
Second to Knuckles.
Second to Metal.
Knuckles.
Metal.
Metal Sonic.
Hi, everybody. Big welcome to the wonderful world of Radio DC. This is Yoshuri Kobayashi, and together we are going to have big fun. And I'm just about ready to take you away.
But who's the best Metal Sonic?
Only the ones where he doesn't speak. don't think he should have a voice. Even though I liked him in Heroes, I don't think he should have a voice. What about you? What's your favorite version of Silver? There's two versions of it. There's the OVA version, there's the one. Do you have a headcanon that you enjoy? Or?
We can't hear you, bud.
Yeah, I kind of prefer the 06 Silver since he's just got his own solid one-game arc.
Man, I don't know if it's that solid though, I mean. Because, like at the end, Blaze dies, right? It's very sad. But then he, like, I mean, the sun comes out, but everything else is still on fire. You know? Like, he's just kind of standing there, it's like, oh. At least there's no more, it's not overcast, but.
It represents that he can now grow as a person.
Yeah, but no one else is alive. Like, he lost his only friend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
the point.
You can't even, like, you can't even, like, repopulate the earth thing. It's all gone.
I would be Silver's friend.
Well,
Silver would
I'd
be
have
anyone's friend, though. You wouldn't have a problem
No,
with
there
that.
are other people alive he mentions, but they're just not there because...
I feel like he's
I have a
Silver.
doomsday bunker. I'll survive. I'll make it to Crisis City.
Well, I feel like Silver's the kind of guy that has, like, a pet rock.
You're like beefaroni. I'll survive on that.
Have you guys seen that one fan art image of Blaze sitting on, like, I think it was like a street corner or something, and she's just like crying and looking up with the burning city behind her, and then Silver is like just standing in front of her holding his hand out, and it's like really sweet.
I feel like there's a lot of those, but I think I know what you're talking about.
Here, I'm gonna see if I can find it and post it in the thread. Every time I see this picture, it makes me like fucking like Silver a little bit more.
Oh, I like.
What do you think Silver would be for Halloween?
You probably need the whole sheet thing and put 2 holes through a sheet and wear it as it goes.
Oh, that would be adorable. You could float around.
Yeah, that's the idea. Maybe you could be one of the children from the Matrix that could bend the spoons. But I feel like the ghost idea is actually better. But my favorite Silver, it's like a little comic, and it's like where Silver goes to like Blaze's dimension and like sleeps in a bed for the first time. You know? I think that's pretty nice.
I don't think I've seen that one.
That sounds so sad.
She's just like, good night, Silver. It's like, or I know it's like, welcome home, Silver. And it's like, who looks in the pillow like home? It's very nice.
Here, I found it. I just posted the one I was talking about.
In the 4chan.
Yeah, in the general.
Oh yeah, this is the one I'm thinking of. Nice.
Ooh, who posted that picture of Silver and Metal Sonic, and they're in Halloween costumes, and they look adorable?
Where?
It's like a little bit up. It's like, I don't know. It was posted a little while ago.
Oh yeah. What is it? Metal and Eggman and the robots? Or Bonnie Q-Bot? Hello?
Post, what is that? 6320.
Oh, I'm looking at 3122161060 on the stick.
6320 looks like.
Oh, here, and silver and metal. Silver's looking pretty fashionable in that little tuxedo.
I love when people take the time to really draw silver, because if you don't, he looks mega silly with all the spines at the front of his head. But if you just take time, he looks really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's really cold today. The October chill is cold. Yeah,
How
definitely.
was your week podcasting on?
Excellent.
That's good to hear.
Pretty good school, pretty good weather. It's good.
It's good.
What about you?
I have been very busy, but it has been very good.
Do you mind asking what you do?
I would say it's half freelance programming, and the other half is probably freelance web design.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty interesting.
It's okay. It's not what I want to do, but it's all right.
Are you getting to the point where the stuff you want to do?
I am, yes.
So like the web, I don't know what you want to do, but
Probably work for a tech company. That's about it, I guess.
tax company?
Probably like a small startup company. That'd be cool.
No.
But I probably have to move to a big city for that, so it's not really part of my plans right now.
To move to Silicon Valley?
No, just to a big city.
Oh. Because I was gonna say, if you're like thinking about moving to there, there's plenty of places that you can just like chill in the countryside and then go to the big city for work and then leave. But I don't know what your situation is.
Yeah. I'm very busy.
Well, I wish you good luck in your career path.
Thank you. You as well. You said you're in high school, right?
Yeah, just gonna leave next year.
So you're a junior?
No, I'm senior, but I mean next year as in like in 2 months. I mean in 6 months.
Oh, I see. What do you think you're going to do with your life?
I want to study engineering in college and become a test pilot for the United States Air Force.
You're not going to draw Sonic pictures for an OnlyFans?
Unfortunately, no.
Wow, you're such a disappointment, dude.
What about you, Shadow? What's your career thing?
I'm still trying to figure that out.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, about a year after getting my associates, I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do, because I live in a very small town where there's not much going on, and it's hard to basically get anything right now.
Do you like biology?
Do I like biology?
I like biology.
Is that a class you need help with or something?
I mean, I guess it depends what the context of that question is.
Well, I like biology because you get to learn about the properties of water. It's very nice.
Tell us about what you've learned.
Well, water is actually really interesting because it's we there's a reason why everyone like whenever you're like looking at Mars, you always hear like, oh, we have to find water, right? We have to find water. It's because water makes life very easy to thrive. Because it has so many. It's almost like I can't even name them all. There's so many properties that help life flourish. And I'm just to name one. One would be its adhesive properties. So water actually sticks to other substances. And this might sound kind of mundane, like, oh, okay, so it just sticks to the side of my water bottle, right? But actually,
No, I know what you're talking about.
yeah. But it's interesting because this pretty much is the reason why we have plants or really any multicellular structures on Earth. It's because if you
Do you
take
know why H2O has that property?
because its polarity.
Well, the
'Cause it's-
polarity for H2O is going to be H bond, right? Which is pretty strong.
Yeah.
But usually, why you find so much H2O on Earth and why it is like so good is because if you look at oxygen itself, it's got 4 valence electrons.
Yep.
And that makes it quite sticky to other
Yeah.
stuff. And especially oxygen, H2O, can hydrate molecules and compounds,
Mm-hmm.
which give them a lot of special properties. It's super awesome. I'm
Yeah.
glad you're learning about that.
Well, I learned about this in sophomore year, but adhesion is that property you were talking about, where it sticks to other substances. Adhesion allows it to, if you think about like a flower, right? And the water gets collected by the roots, but how does it get to the petals, right? Does it get all the way up the stem? It does that by adhesion, because it pretty much the water like crawls up the stem by making this sort of like zigzag motion. So it's pretty interesting. So maybe that's what you want.
It is. I love it.
Maybe that's what you want to do, Shadow. Get to learn about plants and stuff.
Biology is cool.
Yeah.
Sounds like some fucking nerd shit.
Oh.
Bro, this is the Sonic the Hedgehog podcast.
I mean, think of it this way. Actually, I mean, like, biology is kind of one of those things where you don't really need to know all this stuff, right? A lot of it is just visual stuff. I mean, obviously, that's not really true entirely. I mean, there's a lot of molecular stuff going on, but a good part of it is just stuff on the outside, right? I mean, you can see with your own eyes the structure of the leaf if you hold it to the light. Let's see.
What kind of engineering do you want to go into podcasting on?
I think mechanical engineering is probably the most straightforward.
Mechanical engineering, you want to build bridges?
Yeah, or more engine stuff,
Engine stuff, yeah.
It's
Any specializations for you?
specialization. Well, I think aircrafts are pretty interesting.
Aircraft, I see.
It's very it's actually very cool. Because you can actually do a lot with have you seen those ultralight videos? Maybe
I have not.
Well, basically, under U.S. law, you can create a special kind of aircraft where you don't need actually a pilot's license or really any registration to fly. It's basically called an ultralight, and I forgot the exact limit, but it's basically something like it can't be more than 80 pounds without the pilot, right? So you have these like kind of styrofoam planes on like electrical, battery-powered engines, and I think it's really cool. It makes use of
What kind of battery?
Pretty much just like an upscale of what you put in like an RC car or the RC boat, right?
Oh, I see.
Really fat, like plasticky engine or batteries. I don't know too much about batteries. I'm guessing they're like lithium batteries, but
Yeah.
But it's really interesting because it's fun to think about because you really this is off the ultralight, but I mean, can you imagine like the 500 like 500 tons of steel? Like if you look in the airliner, that's like a lot of steel. And you have to shape that in like this magical shape to make it fly like thousands of feet in the air. And I think that's really interesting to me because you have these, like the structure of wing, how you generate lift underneath. It's almost like if you want to hear like a kind of a dumb analogy, like it's almost like you're kind of a cheat code for the universe. Where it's like almost like a double jump, right?
Yeah.
Because like if you just like drew this on paper to like someone from like 1,000 years ago, they would kind of like get confused because it's such an arbitrary shape, but it allows people to fly in the air, to go faster than the speed of sound.
Finally, we can be just like Sonic.
Exactly.
We are closer. Soon.
Yeah.
In the year 3000, everyone will be Sonic.
Bro. That's so fucking
Perfect
rad.
world.
If everyone's super, no one is.
I disagree.
Oh yeah.
But okay.
This was just from The Incredibles. But...
Oh.
Yeah, that's what
I hate The Incredibles with a passion.
Really?
It's like, it's so weird because it's like about this failing marriage, and this like upsets me because they're about to get a divorce, and so they're all put in danger. They're like, okay, I guess I love you, and then it's about people who are like born special and born awesome, and it's so hard on them to be so special. Blech.
It's almost an analogy for something, you know?
For what?
Special people.
Like who?
Well, I think you can make a case that it's an analogy for people with, like, mental retardation and other deficiencies. Because, like, if you think about autistic people, many people see it as like a bad disease, right? But it's kind of like at least from what I know, I'm not claiming to be an autism expert.
Do you have autism? Does anyone here have autism?
Thank you for asking, Linda.
I'm not gonna say I don't.
I mean, we're all part of the Sonic fandom, so I'd say we're all probably part of the spectrum.
Yeah, I have autism.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually diagnosed, but
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter all that much.
Yeah.
Not really. It used to be a big thing, but it's basically you're just a normal person these days.
Mm-hmm. Well, there you go. There's my expertise. Yeah. I mean, I like The Incredibles because, like, actually, I don't know. The Incredibles is an alright movie, but I don't know if it's worth dying over hill over.
I would die.
Same.
My last breath would be, fuck that fucking movie, dog.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my dying breath. And then my last words would be sayonara, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Mm-hmm.
You know what really bothers me?
What's that?
They didn't translate it to Sayonara Shadow the Hedgehog at the end of Shadow the Hedgehog. He says goodbye forever, not sayonara. How did they mess that up?
They messed up a lot of things.
Like, that's specifically a translation error, because in the Japanese version it's consistent to what Sonic and Maria say. But in stinking They just don't do it. They do it wrong. It's incorrect. False.
You know, they don't translate Shadow well in general, even, I would say.
They don't translate Sonic well in general.
What are y'all talking about? Are y'all talking about characterization? Y'all gotta tell me and fill me in.
No, we're talking
what
about
character?
localization.
Oh my. Okay, well, I'll just sit here and I'll listen to y'all what y'all say.
I have a question for you, Southern Hat.
Okay, honey, what is it?
So you're in like Sonic.exe and like Sonic's like I'm God or whatever, right? It's Halloween. Just go with it. Sonic's like I'm God and stuff, and his eyes are bleeding. And he takes you down to kill you. But as he kills you, he takes you to the Sonic world and turns you into a Sonic character. So who would you be? We got Silver. I'm Rouge. We got Metal Sonic. We got Shadow.
Well, I think I'm a Southern Belle, so I would be Rouge. I think that she's
well,
a mighty fine lady and she fits my personality just fine.
Sorry, she's
I
claimed.
Rouge. I had dibs. You
You would,
could be Amy. You
would
could
be
be
Bunny.
Dave.
Yeah, Bunny's perfect. I don't
yeah,
know much
that is
about
a good
her, but
idea.
she fits my personality just fine. And I will tell you, that's a great pick. Thank y'all for making my decision for me.
Welcome to the family. It was your initiation, Hayes.
Sounds mighty fine to me.
But yeah, anyway, about the translation thing, Heroes does the same thing where they accidentally forget to not do a call. They accidentally forget to do a callback in the translation. When Sonic and Shadow first meet, and in like the English version, Sonic's just like, "Hey, talk about stubborn and full of surprises." You know that?
Sonic Heroes is very confusing. Shadow kind of makes that plot confusing because
No,
he
because
still remembers stuff and then he doesn't remember stuff. So like,
in the Japanese version, Sonic calls back to SA2 because he does the variant of the I Die Hard. So in a proper English translation, he would say, "Hey, looks like we both die hard after all." Because that's the same line in the Japanese version. Like it's callback, but they forget to do the callback.
What you see is what you get.
So they just need to get better localizers who know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Get a writer who knows Japanese and English. To be honest, I always wonder why can't Izuka, why is he not more involved? I always wonder because I keep asking, why does Izuka not know English? He's lived in the country for quite a long time. Y'all would think that he would know that language already. Sorry, I'm just thinking that maybe if we had someone who was fluent in both, they could keep everything consistent between the two branches. Talking teams and stuff.
They just don't care enough.
She left. No, no.
How old is Suzuka anyway?
I'm guessing his late 30s.
No,
I guess it would make him 19 when he was Never mind.
He is 50 years
Just
old.
look online. I would assume that he's in his 50s. That would make more sense to me.
He is 50. March 16th, 1970.
Makes a lot of sense to me. To be fair, Sakurai was someone who was very young. He worked on Kirby when he was just 19 years old, but So something I found crazy because I'm playing it right now. I'm playing Spark the Electric Jester 2. I know people say that game is like an hour long, but I've been having a lot of fun. I've been getting a lot of hours. I got like 6 hours out of the game. I think it's just because I like going after the S ranks and playing well, and it's just funny that people constantly talk about, oh, this game's too short. But like, unlike Forces, actually getting like the gold medals takes some skill.
It's
So I
so
don't see
much
what people.
fun.
Oh, thank you. Someone else agrees with me.
Well, I mean, if you really want to stretch it, you can get quite a bit of time out of Forces if you really want to do everything and do every single mission. But yeah,
I was getting most S ranks on my first try, so I really didn't have too much effort.
no, I mean like the
And most of the
missions,
red rings. Oh yeah, that's true. But like,
because the missions are what.
like a handful of missions you get from red rings anyway. So it's not like it take that much longer.
No, there's a bunch of missions like beat these levels under a certain time, do this certain
Oh,
things.
those missions. I was just referring to like the stages and S ranks. Oh, never mind that.
Yeah, because I checked and I had like quite a bit of time out of Forces, but that doesn't make the game good.
I just put on the shadow suit.
The only way to experience the game.
No, you need to make a red dog that looks like Knuckles with the cowboy hat and Knuckles' gloves and shoes.
And then you'll be
Is
in
that
business.
what you made?
Yeah, because the dog looks similar to Knuckles with the snout.
Yeah.
It's kind of a shame they had to cut because it was originally going to have twice the amount of species you could pick from, or races. But they cut it.
Honestly, like Sonic Forces, I like it and it's fun. When it first came out, I went for a lot of those like world record things when it was still new and not many people were just hacking it. But it doesn't look like it's done. Like even when you go into the start screen, it looks like really blank and it just doesn't look decorative.
Yeah, it definitely feels like it. Like really shallow. Like I know this is repeated to death, but like it really feels like it lacks a lot of soul.
I always thought the character creator was not that great. It was like a very limited character creator. I mean, if you actually compare it to like anything, even the freaking Mii's from Smash Brothers, there's like more customization there than you get in Forces.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's gonna sound like an unpopular opinion, but I honestly think just for like ensuring that they wouldn't screw it up, I think they should have had humans be a species type. Just because they would have had to put effort into the character builder if that was a species type, and then every other species would have gotten more effort because they would have put. In other words, it would have taken effort to do that. They couldn't just use one base model like they do in the game and just swap the heads and tails on it. So if they had that as a species, then the character creator probably would have been basically forced to actually be something that effort was put into.
But then they would just have to swap the heads, pretty much, and then just like.
How would they swap the heads?
Swap it with a human head.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm pretty. Oh, this is because the thing I'm thinking is that if the humans were an option in the game, then like they'd have to put effort because little kids would just be making themselves then, and they would be like, and they would be upset if they couldn't make themselves. You'd have to have things like skin tone and stuff, and that would already be more effort.
They already have skin tone stuff.
I guess that's true. You're right. They would just have the humans be like the Yuakawa style, where they just look like Sonic characters, but with no fur and no muzzles. Yeah, you're right. They could have just done it that way. Never mind. They actually could have just done it that way. I'm not even. You're right. I was thinking before, like they would have to make something like Soul Calibur or something like that, where they would have like gone through like all different body types, because that's something that's problematic. If it's still very limited. You can only make like a I don't know. I just never liked the character creator. It was just very limited. I just don't. I guess it was fine to have an official Sonic game, but it really didn't give you a lot of options.
Honestly, I would have just preferred if they let you choose skins for Sonic himself.
You mean like what Sonic
Like
Battle
dress
R
them
does?
up?
Like, I think you should be able to like just like how the Rivals games do it, like where you
So
just
Sonic Battle R Hunter has exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, like I've never played that, but like how the Rivals games do it or how the Crash games do it.
So
Like,
what Sonic Battle R has is that it lets you buy customization pots and lets you change the color of those pots for any character.
yeah,
So
sort
you
of.
can dress the Sonic characters up. Yeah, no, I think
Oh,
that's
I
the
would
best way.
love to dress up the Sonic characters. I would just spend hours doing that. I wouldn't even play the game.
Look, I think that the character creator should remain just as a character customizer. I don't think it will. I think that's just going away entirely. But I would like it to be a character customizer like that. Anyway, you can go back to talking about localization. I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry I distracted y'all.
They should like give you a test at the beginning of the game, and they'll be like, "Oh, okay, just like generate your character for you," and they're like,
So
"You're
like
a
like
rat
Pokemon
Pokemon
now."
Mystery
20.
Dungeon?
Yeah, you're a rat now. You don't get to be cool.
Well, they intentionally made the avatars uncool.
I know nobody can ever be cooler than Sonic. He's
Well,
the
even if they
coolest.
let you be as cool as you can, you still couldn't be as cool as Sonic.
I
Because
mean,
Sonic is the coolest.
well, because you even if you put on like it's like Dark Souls set of armor, like end game stuff. Even if it was that, you don't have Sonic's trademark smirk. Who's gonna? I'm not gonna smirk. That's Sonic's job. That makes him cooler.
Not even memeing, but I think Sonic is the coolest thing in existence. I'm gonna say it.
I think Shadow beats him out just by a little bit because he crosses his arms.
Yeah. Oh, Shadow wears mascara, so you know I'm gets the cool factor.
Excuse you,
Don't try to deny it.
mascara.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You know
the
what
red stuff
mascara is?
on his eyes,
his
like on the
eyes.
tips of his eyes, the red.
No. Do you know what mascara is?
No idea.
He wears makeup.
It would be eyeshadow because
So it's
he's
the
Shadow.
opposite.
Yeah, it would be eyeshadow. That's not what mascara does.
So what
Silly boys.
what's the red called, bro? What's red makeup
It's
called?
eyeshadow. It's eyeshadow.
But it's not eyeshadow if it's red, right?
What do you mean?
Because he has red tips in his eyes.
Yeah, it's eyeshadow. Do you know when like a girl she closes her eyes and it's like golden?
Yeah,
It's eyeshadow. You know when a girl
Rouge has
takes out
eyeshadow.
but I don't know if it's like
Vanilla has eyeshadow.
what?
Vanilla does?
And maybe does she? I always thought she does. Never mind.
Wario does. Wario and Waluigi do.
They take pride in the way they look, I guess.
Because they got the blue.
It's totally acceptable for a guy to wear eyeshadow, but I think Shadow was born like that.
I guess it could just be like the not actually like make. I think it just might be like if you pull down your eyes, you get like the red. So there's the
I think it's just alieno markings.
uh,
Alameo.
LMAO.
The markings from his LMAO father, which is what the red is.
Fuck that shit. I don't believe that shit for a second.
Well, that's what they say in the game.
I don't give a shit. Bro, I hate the alien stuff. I close my eyes, I close my ears. It doesn't matter.
I think it could have had potential, but they sort of didn't do.
It's just so weird. Like, here's a whole game about Shadow's origin story, and you can play as 6 characters, and it's tons of fun. And then they're like, wait a second, just kidding. He's an alien or an android or whatever.
To be fair, there's like evidence that like that was planned all along from like a background texture in the game.
Yeah, there's
But,
just
like,
one though, so that could have been just like one guy had the
Monstrous
plan.
Blacks. Yeah, that plan
But
was
it
the
says-
director Izuka.
Well, I mean, you can't really prove that.
I guess
Could
I
have been
can't,
just
but I
like-
mean, Izuka was the director of both games, so I mean,
Could have been just like one graphical artist put that there, and then he suggested it when they were making Shadow because he wanted his fanfic to be real.
One would have to like that.
he got promoted at Sega.
He's probably in Sonic the Hedgehog General right now.
He's probably in this called right now, actually.
He's probably Crashdo posting, actually. He's gone in totally insane.
After years of trying to get his fanfic approved.
One thing I don't get isn't. Did you see that recent like video they posted where they called Shadow half alien?
I mean, he has like a human father, I guess, or human.
I mean, like-
he has 2 dads.
I feel like that I don't think that's really how that works, because he's a hedgehog, but he just has alien
Yes.
blood.
So Eggman's not his like adoptive cousin or something.
I thought Black Doom was his dad. Right?
Yeah, Black Doom donated his blood,
Oh,
and then Gerald
I thought he was like his full like.
Well, I always find it problematic just how much Shadow wants Eggman dead. I mean, I know. I mean, like it's his family, y'all. I mean,
Not really.
I don't care what the stupid Twitter takedown says. They his family. The
I mean,
family's gotta stick together.
are they really? Eggman didn't even know who Maria was, I think, because he just said Maria, and he didn't even question it, and he was like completely unfazed. He doesn't even
It's
mention
like
it.
his sick cousin growing up or something. Like, was only alive for like 8 years. He probably doesn't
Yeah.
remember that well.
Was he even alive then? How old is he? We don't know.
I don't know.
Like 52.
It's
Well, how old is
Yeah, I could believe that.
old? Or maybe he's 60 years old. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he looks a little too,
Well, I
maybe
mean,
a little young to be 60.
I'm looking at like Teddy Roosevelt. I think he's supposed to be both based off, right?
Oh,
He was he lived to 60. So
maybe.
maybe. I think 50 is probably. I mean, it's probably president is 50, right?
I think Eggman's probably got it. He probably yeah, probably early 50s.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a boomer. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, he's very much a boomer. Like, directly after World War II.
You're young Sonic podcast Anon, so you wake up and dab.
Yeah,
But what do you think of boomers?
You guys,
After the dab, of course.
what?
After you dab,
Yes.
what do you think of boomers?
I say okay millennial, actually, because that makes more sense in my perspective.
Yeah. Thank you.
I prefer Generation Y for your information.
generation. I guess that makes more sense. But
How old are you? People I don't know the age of.
I don't share those kind of details online.
I am exactly 18.
Same.
Oh,
so actually, there's more
little
Zoomers than.
kids. Are you guys you guys are 18?
Yeah.
Are you in high school?
I'll tell you, honey. I'm
Yeah.
out of college, so
Listen, it's none of your business.
No, I need to know so I can
Why are you
talk
trying to
down
dox
you
me?
more. I want to talk down to you because you're little kids.
Hey,
Hey, what?
that's not nice.
Yeah, well, you're a little Zoomer. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to dab? Are you going to floss?
Man, we don't even have like Social Security right now.
I'll just say this. I remember when Classic Sonic was the only Sonic, and that's how old I am. That's all I'm gonna say about my age.
It's pretty old for today. It's like you're at least 30, like 30 plus.
Honey, you could be like 28 and still be like that. So either 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. I mean, y'all could be any of those ages. Hell, you could be Richmond, could just be like a
Do
40-year-old.
you guys live with your parents?
Yeah, what about it?
Yeah.
I have to talk down to you some more. Do you guys live like with your parents?
Yeah, so.
I mean, we don't have to pay bills, you know, so like,
I mean,
no.
to be fair, there's probably been a lot of changes due to the pandemic. People losing their jobs or just wanting to be around family while they're quarantined. So
Yeah.
I can understand somewhat of that being, that changing things a bit.
How can you stand it? Ugh, I could never go back.
To your parents?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I grew up loving Sonic the Hedgehog. Do you think I had normal parents? And all of you, too. I assume the same.
Mine are fine.
I live in the attic with my parents, just like my hero, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Just like him, yeah. That's how you emulate him, just like Anne Frank.
I mean, you don't have to pay taxes, so it's pretty nice.
But you don't, so you see something, you don't get to buy it because you have no money.
Well, we have jobs, or I mean, at least I had a job until the COVID thing.
You have a source of income? You don't?
I do. I don't know.
Oh,
Lord.
I can't even respect you guys anymore if you can't even just buy a Monster energy drink and crack sip when you want to.
This is getting very personal, and it's weird because I'm not actually a real person. So telling y'all details that separate, so I'm not sure how much I want to separate fact from reality with y'all. So
Just lie about it.
Yeah.
That's
what
I've
I've
been
been
doing
doing.
this entire time.
I haven't said a truthful thing so far.
Neither have I. Well, maybe that I've been around since Classic Sonic, but that didn't tell you anything.
Yeah, I'm actually 18 too.
Oh.
And I love my Zoomer life.
Who's your favorite YouTuber?
I love to go on TikTok and do a lot of trends.
You know, see, if you're a real Zoomer, you would know that's actually banned.
It's not actually.
Oh.
You're the fake
Contrary.
Zoomer around here. Anyway,
I'm sorry. I don't even remember
cool.
Classic Sonic. The only time I ever remember being around was when Adventure Sonic was a thing. I just wanted to be cool and old to y'all.
Yeah, I love Sonic the Hedgehog. He runs really fast. And it makes my heart race. And I'm like, wow, that's awesome. Let's not talk about who we are anymore. It's creeping me out.
Okay.
It's already too late. I already got notifications.
Oh, shit. What's my name?
You already know, Bethany.
Bethany? Oh, wow. What a lovely name.
Bethany.
Y'all can call me Southern Hat. That's all I'm going to be referred to as.
Well, you know what
I
my
like
real name
I'm
that.
is?
from the South,
Is it
and I wear a
Sonic
hat.
the Hedgehog.
That's what's
That's
up.
right, I am
But
Sonic
he's here.
in real
He's here.
life.
Sonic, I have a question for you. You're the real Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah?
No follow-up question?
I don't know what the fuck I said. I don't want to say something
So
weird.
you're Sonic, huh?
18. Like, don't
Yeah,
put
it's me. It's the
You're too
legendary
young
spirit
to
of the
say
wind,
something weird,
guys.
too.
She
The
was so in
embodiment of
disbelief that
chaos.
she didn't know what to say.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck do I say? It's not going to creep this 18-year-old out.
Better be careful, you might get in trouble for this these days.
I know. I already feel in trouble. I feel dirty now.
I mean, you're the one who was asking us all about our careers and our ages earlier.
That's because I gotta know. Well, okay. Then talk about Sonic the Hedgehog.
I've been playing Flock right now, and I'm enjoying it. I've been beating the whole game on hard mode. I mean, it's not that hard, but I mean, I know that I at least die a few times, so I guess that's considered hard.
Which game are you playing?
Flock the Electric Jester, sorry,
Oh.
Spark the Electric Jester. I forgot to change the title. Even though the title makes no sense, because it really should be called Flock, because you don't play as Flock in this game.
Branding.
Pretty sure it's
What if they made like a gritty Sonic reboot?
So Forces?
No, like, I mean, like, you know the Legend of Spyro games?
Oh God.
Like, what if
Were
they
you-
did that with
were
Sonic?
you
That would
Were
be
you the one-
horrible.
Were you the one saying that, like, any Sonic writing is good as long as it's not like Legend of Spyro?
What?
Were you the one on the thread saying that any Sonic writing is good as long as it's not Legend of Spyro?
I don't think so, but I do
What's Legend of
dislike Legend of Spyro. Okay, so basically, they got Elijah Wood to voice Spyro, put him in a gritty, edgy world that was like pretending to be a high-budget epic movie, but didn't have the budget to do it. So they just hired a bunch of voice actors, but the gameplay's kind of iffy.
Oh, this Elijah Wood, the guy that played like The Hobbit?
Yeah,
Oh.
and like
Basically a ripoff of Lord of the Rings, from what I've heard.
The Hobbit himself.
and they
No
got
one- yeah, that's his name, the Hobbit.
you know Spyro's dragonfly Sparks.
Oh my, you're gonna tell
He,
me how he looks like a dude?
And how he's voiced by David Spade in the first one, and then Billy West in the second one, and then someone else in the third one. And also he looks like a person.
He's just Elijah Wood as Spyro, not even like a 3D model, just a picture of him.
No,
It might as
no
well
Sparks.
be.
It's pretty much just, and then at the end of the game, it's like he dies, but not really.
Does he also put on the ring?
No, he gets a dragon girlfriend, and then they both die at the end because they saved the world, but then they explode and die. And then they're at the end of the thing, there's them flying in dragon heaven.
Oh.
And then there's a sad song with vocals playing in the background.
Is Elijah Wood singing them, or?
No, it's sung by, okay, you know the a cappella group that did Crash to Insanity?
No.
Well, basically, they got one of the singers to sing it.
Oh, okay. Was it like, how did it sound like? Was it like
It was just like a sad...
church hymn, or?
No, it was like just a sad pop song, I think.
Would you call it a banger?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
But I find it funny that they did that because it's just sort of like, oh, and I forget, like it feels so different. But then, like in one of the levels, you can just see Crash frozen in ice, like with no explanation. He's just there.
What's the expression on his face?
He's got gritted teeth, but he just has his Twinsanity model, and it looks so out of place because it's like a super serious area in the game, and then you just see Crash there, frozen. It's funny.
It's like if he looked like an old World War II photo, like burning people alive, and there's Bugs Bunny in the background. I got that. Yeah, it sounds pretty interesting.
But yeah, and then they rebooted it again for Skylanders, and now they're doing it again, presumably.
Yeah, that's what always confused me. I was wondering if like Skylanders was like a ripoff of Spyro, or it's like a totally different...
No, it's like a sequel, because at the end of Legend of Spyro, the world explodes and becomes floating islands, and then it sort of like rebirths into Skylanders with a new Spyro. Yeah.
Was it ever successful?
I remember the first game sold like 500 million in total sales.
Oh.
So it was pretty successful, I'd say.
But I'm guessing not anymore. It's all burnt out.
They used it to jumpstart Crash again.
Oh. Yeah, I remember seeing a clip of him talking in that game.
Because, that was in the TV show.
Oh, okay.
Because at the end, in the last game, they basically just used it as an advert for Crash. Like for the remakes.
This is like a deeply connected universe.
Yes.
It's funny. Yeah. Man. We're at 1 hour and 46 minutes. This has actually been...
Is that long for an episode?
Actually been the first podcast. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Hopefully the Spooktacular is as good as this one.
Yeah. This was fun.
Can't wait to read the McDonald's place.
Okay, I think I'll just beat off the electric jester.
Alright.
Don't care about the story, but oh wait, never mind. There's more stages, so I was wrong there. I don't even know how people say this game is only an hour long, because I ain't seen how people think this game is an hour long. There's certainly a lot more than an hour's worth of content in this game. Unless, of course, they just rush through games and then complain why they take so long.
Can I just do a little sneak? Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh no, y'all go ahead.
Can I put a sneak peek for the rant that Sonic EXE's creator did when his creepypasta got taken off the wiki?
A sneak peek? What are y'all talking about?
I mean,
for the next Spooktacular.
We'll look at
I might not be there, so I want to hear it.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
The admins of the creepypasta wiki had finally decided to delete Sonic EXE off the wiki on grounds that it was badly written, had too many cliches, and was a bad example of what should be a creepypasta. Bull friggin' horse shit. As you can see, I am furious with the fact that my masterpiece, which has won the hearts of millions and made a massive impact on the internet, is being brought down by a bunch of jealous, arrogant, retarded, furry haters. That's from the rant he did.
I'll
The
give you a
little
link.
excerpt. Oh, I can.
That sounds like good material.
Let me just give me a second. Copy.
I like furry haters. It's good. Here we go. Oh, it's on Deviant.
Yeah, it's a re-upload of it.
Like a picture.
Has Sega done anything with Sonic EXE?
No, they just
Have they
copied
like
it.
referenced it yet?
There's not really. No, I don't think so. Because it's
That's amazing. Because it's not because they don't own the copyright to it. Well, why would they do Sonic then? Doesn't Sonic belong to someone theoretically?
the difference is
Like-
that Sonic is just a meme. No one really knows the original creator. But then you've got JC the hyena over there.
He's very clearly the creator of Sonic EXE, so they'd have to credit him if they'd have to credit him if they was to ever use it. Okay, it makes more sense. I am just surprised they never try to get in contact with him to try and use their.
Well, I mean, it's just it's like trying to get in contact with NASA or Shadix creator.
What are you talking about? I'm pretty sure that NASA's Unleashed is getting
No.
like a remake.
No, I'm talking about if they. Well, it's not official.
Oh no, I'm not saying that, but like saying because the Twitter likes to get in contact with fan artists all the time, so I'm surprised they didn't like get in contact with Sonic EXE's creator to like do some like weird meme thing or whatever.
I think it's just not worth the effort of doing it because it's kind of a niche appeal. And they've already got the Tails doll.
But at Twitter standards, that does seem like it's worth their time.
Not really, because they already have the Tails doll for the scary.
I guess that's true. But Sonic EXE is a lot more popular than Tails doll.
I wouldn't. Anyway.
Okay, I have a quick question. Just because I haven't ranted about the comics yet, so I'm gonna.
No.
Okay, I'll shut up then. That's fine. I'm fine. I don't need to talk about it. Ain't gonna anger any of y'all, honey. So I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. How about that? Is that all fine for y'all, Dan and stuff?
Yeah, because
it's too much for human minds.
That's fine. It was gonna be about Shadow anyway, but I'm fine with that. It's fine. I got my.
We've been going on for 1 hour 53 minutes.
So, do you want to
Yeah, we can close
wrap
it out
things
there.
up? This was
All
fun.
right, see y'all.
It's been pretty good. Genuinely pretty fun. Oh, it's gone. Genuinely pretty fun.
Yeah. See ya.
Last regards. Last words. Snout Pro.
Sonic is the coolest.
Shadow.
Sonic is fantastic.
Fluffy, it's all on you. You got the final line.
Give a hoot, don't pollute.
Excellent.